Well, guys, the first piece of good news is he had race equip safety belts in the thing. Bad news, he didn't order them from us. What the hell, John? So, guys, it is day one of working on Turbo John's car, turning it into an outlaw-style no-prep car. Hopefully going to get the big block in there. We're going to have to see. I took out the K-member to make some changes. As you can see, there's no front suspension on the car right now. It's all sitting over there. So, I'm going to take off the front tube piece here. We'll be modifying that. We'll probably make that out of 1.5 inch and make it one piece instead of it spliced in at multiple locations. So I'm going to take care of that. Maddy's not here right now. Rex, it's raining out, like I said in the last video. Pouring out absolutely, like, it's a mess out there. And Sexy Rexy decided to go get covered in some Carolina clay. So, we'll be changing some stuff around in the cage, adding some supports, and we ordered up a race equip safety seat, full containment seat. I'm going to make myself a little honeycomb, honeycomb? No. Whatever the hell you want to call it. A little cocoon in there. And just for a little extra protection. So, NASCAR does it that way, and some other sports do it that way. We're not going to be completely redoing his cage, I don't think. I think we're going to add some gussets in there and some supports and some other little things. But we're going to try to fit my big block in here. So, like I said in the last video, this is the big block Chevy standard deck mock-up block. It's plastic. It weighs like nothing. And here's the whole K-member here. So we might order up some struts from Viking, but I'm not sure we'll have time from them. We're dealers for them as well. So we're going to be adding some stuff that we use and that we're dealers for. QA1 is what's on here, and they make some good stuff as well. But we're going to be making some changes to that. I got to put my little touch on it. So I'm going to start fabricating up some stuff, get the car to ride height, and then we're going to get to the next step of it. So to pop these off, just these two nuts, and the strut cups come out. Then there's 4 bolts because it's a bolt-in K-member deal. So it's literally steering shaft, 4 bolts on the K-member, then the strut cups and all that. I left the plates up here just for alignment areas. When you go put it back up, it should be pretty close. So next step, probably get the car to ride height. So guys, quick update. That Harbor Freight bucket right there, it sets at 14.5 inches, which basically puts my crankshaft center line at 14.5 inches. So that's about where we're gonna probably start for the setup here. On a front side only, no prep stuff, we'd probably knock it down to like 11 to 12 inches. But we're probably gonna have adjustable strut cups. So I could change the crankshaft center line on the car, which basically dictates the center of gravity on the vehicle, okay? So it's just some little things that we're able to do a little bit easier because it's outlaw style racing. So I'll be able to adjust this motor and adjust the front ride height to change the center of the gravity of the vehicle. Now this is huge because it basically dictates if the car is trying to drive forward or try to drive up. Okay, you want to work the car a little bit harder on a no prep surface to put a little more pressure on the tire. And sorry guys, I'm not giving you all the information of exactly what I'm doing here, but yeah. So on like a drag racing surface, you want to shoot out. No prep stuff, you got to have the front end work a little bit and get everything in motion before you really roll on the power. So that's the main importance of the center of the gravity of the vehicle and the wheelbase, especially with a factory style Mustang wheelbase. It's a little bit shorter. Well guys, I'm gonna go over what I did today. Working on Turbo John's deal. I guess the thing's not really showing right now, but went through, I reinforced the lower torque boxes. I'll do a description of that a little later on. Redid the front plates here, and we're gonna be adding some bars off of up here. So I cut these back just a couple inches simply because they weren't doing nothing. So I cut them back a couple inches so that this is big enough to get an 1 5/8 bar to it, and that will come back down. I cut off the, I don't know, the front brace, I guess you could call it. I had the motor mocked up in there, and then I spent some time making these guys here. We'll talk about what those are at another time, but I had to machine up these bushings, drill them out to a 5/8 hole, make up the plates, TIG weld them all together, so on and so forth. Motor plate, front plate and mid plate will be here later. I plated these up, gusseted them, strengthened them up quite a bit so that the mid plate can hang off of there, front plate can hang off of there. The big block Chevy is kind of long. We'll be doing some reinforcements behind the strut tower for the mid plate, but first we're gonna get the front plate in, locate the motor, get the crankshaft center line where we need it, and yeah, and then parts will be here tomorrow. What else to do? I did some other stuff too, but that's just a quick recap. Reinforce some of the cage stuff too. I guess I'll go over that in the morning. But for right now, I'm gonna call it quits. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm gonna call it quits kind of early tonight. But good news. Point 1. 0.1 of 1 degree. I don't know if you can see it or not. Close enough.